Hi guys, and welcome to the Assassination Sandbox, otherwise known as Hitman. Been having a lot of fun playing this game in my own time, and there's been a large update which has come out in the last day or so. So I'm going to be going ahead and playing some free DLC, which is included if you bought the season pass. Not quite sure how much it costs if you bought the episodes by themselves, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty cheap for those of you that haven't bought the season pass. Definitely recommend getting this game if you're into like the Hitman series, and there's just so many different ways that you can play these missions. There's only about 6 levels in the first season, but boy oh boy, there is so many ways which you can complete all of these challenges, and it is crazy amounts of fun. So the bonus mission is called the Landslide, and there's a right-wing politician that we need to go ahead and kill. So there's only one guy, so pretty interesting storyline behind it. There's already guys that have finished this in about 30 or so seconds, but essentially they're using not cheats, but the way they do it is pretty crazy. Like, they just mine the place up and the guy walks over it, they explode, and then they run out. But there's no story in that. So let's go ahead and play the cutscene.
Good evening, 47. Your destination is Sapienza, Italy. Your target is Marco Abiatti, a wealthy businessman returning to his hometown to run for mayor. A snake-tongued, right-wing populist with mafia ties and money to burn, Abiatti is already comfortably ahead in the polls. However, beneath his silk suits, Abiatti is a callous thug, and organized crime is certain to follow in his wake. Our client, the renowned bioengineer Silvio Caruso, sees Abiatti as a threat, not just to his ancestral town, but the entire country, and he has asked us to dispose of this would-be patrician. I will leave you to prepare.
Interestingly enough, we end up killing that guy that wants to kill this guy in the storyline. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and pretty much start off with the way the game wants us to, at least the default settings. I haven't really gone ahead and explored too many of the challenges. There's so many different ways which you can complete these missions. It is unbelievable. Like, you can impale people on a cross on the top of the church, I think, and there's like war axes and all that
Marco Abiatti is
stuff.
throwing a political rally at the beach to gain young voters, and getting close to him unnoticed might prove difficult. So pay attention. Men like Abiatti always have private scores to settle, away from the public eye. Good luck, 47.
He's already got a nice young lady right next to him as we take in the scenery of Sapienza in Italy. Definitely looks very, very amazing. This game definitely looks very, very nice. We've got a concert happening over here, which I guess is sponsored by Marco Abiatti as well. Very nice Italian music. Oh, we've got Piccolo Mondo del Vino, a makeshift winery, I guess. But what we're going to be doing is, let's go ahead and check out the opportunities which we've got available to us. We've got Above the Law, which I've already completed. We've got a cheat sheet, Dynamite Smile, No Absolution for the Wicked, and Stage Fried. I'm thinking of doing an episode for each of these opportunities. I think that would be pretty cool, but we'll see how well the response for this video is. So let's go ahead and get onto Above the Law and track that. So we've got to find the lawyer Salvatore Bravomo. I mean, of course we can kill that guy, the Marco Abiatti, but we need to make a way out. And of course we do want to get a bit of the storyline, because I find that's...
No, he still hasn't turned up at his office. I'm on my way up there right now.
Okay, better check all the shops on the way. It's very important that Abiatti talks to him, so that means every shop.
Got it.
Alright, good.
Salvatore Bravomo, a local attorney, has allegedly gotten his hands on evidence that could sink Abiatti's political career. Abiatti, a firm believer that all men can be bought, wants to meet this Bravomo face to face. The attorney, however, was not born yesterday and has wisely gone into hiding.
Alright, so we've got to go ahead and find Bravomo now, and he's hiding somewhere. Now these guys are going to also be looking for him, so we've got to beat them. But thankfully, of course, on the normal difficulty, it pretty much holds your hand in terms of where the guys are. At least gives you some hints with these light bulbs. So what we've got, first time I actually played this, I thought this guy in the navy suit was Abiatti, but it's actually sorry, Bravomo, sorry. He is in this toilet, and unfortunately, it's locked.
Well, anyway, I guess if Abiatti were really this big fraud, they'd have exposed him.
The things that some of these guys talk about is pretty crazy. So the way that we get the key is this guy, the guard, he's got the key, so we need to distract him somehow. So what we're going to do is overflow the sink. There's also a fuse box over here, which we can exploit. There's a crate which we can go ahead and hide bodies in as well, if it comes to it.
Fuck!
The joys of being a guard, I guess. Alright, so he's gone. What we're going to do is pick up the key that he drops. Now, I'm not quite sure how we're going to be able to get that guy into that crate. I mean, what I could do is let's drag him. Oh. Drag him into the darkness. So I've been playing a lot of Splinter Cell, the original Splinter Cell in my own time. So I guess this is very reminiscent of that. Hopefully I don't find him. Doesn't really matter if they do. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Oh, body found. Okay, that did not last long at all. Alright.
Oh my god, oh my god,
Hell, found him. That guy, I guess. In the darkness, come on, man. Let's close that. And you're going to die, my friends. So there's an unconscious witness. We can kill him if we want, but you know what I'm going to do? Let's go snap his neck. Looks like he snapped his arm. Now we need to disguise ourselves as Salvatore, who I guess had a wig, because look at Agent 47 now. Looking very spunky with that grey seedy hair. Let's get out of here. And now we need to talk to a bodyguard. They're going to be searching, but they don't know who killed him. Or who hurt him, actually. He's not really dead though, is he? The dialogue by some of these guys is pretty hilarious as well at times.
Well, look who we have here. Ciao, Bravomo. We've been looking for you.
See, the boss wants to talk to you. So why don't we go inside? He'll be here shortly.
So let's step inside. Abiatti will be expecting you in your office. I hope you're not armed.
Alright, we can dispose of our weapon if we need to. Abiatti's are all the way over there, but now, because we've talked to these guards, I guess it's triggered him to start walking up. So he'll be here in a fair little while. I mean, be like a good 3 minutes or so.
So why were you hiding, Bravomo? We weren't gonna hurt you. We work for politicians.
He's scared. Don't worry. Abiatti is a respectful man. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, he just wants to talk. Maybe he wants, I don't know, your counseling?
Everything will be fine. Just don't try to do anything stupid.
I always find it weird how our character can walk so much faster than the AI. Anyway, so this is the... Oh, this is our officers. Very nice. Alright, so there's a couple of crates over here. I guess there's a few ways that we can complete these missions. Of course, if we go check out over here, opportunities, and then we've got challenges. So, like, you're in for it. Assassinate Marco Abiatti by electrocuting him while he is peeing. It'd be very, very hard to do. So, and then we've got the assassinate Marco by impaling him on the church spire. Definitely wonder how we get around to doing that.
All right, fine. Just don't take too long.
Okay, so they know I'm going into the bathroom. We'll close the door behind us. There's also a brand new difficulty in this new update as well, which is called professional difficulty. Makes things much harder, and if people can see concealing weapons, then they like hunt you down. Pretty cool how we can also look at our reflections. I mean, reflections in games are supposedly very hard to do. It's like you got to render the game twice or something of the sort. Anyways, where is this guy? Can we see red? There he is. Oh, thankfully he's close.
Mr. Bravomo,
So what else we can pick up over here? We've got a cowboy bust. We can pretend that we're lawyers. Actually, no, that's as a bodyguard. So let's go sit down and blend in as a lawyer. That'll work. Looking very loyally. Where is this guy? He's coming up. This game is definitely one of the sleeper hits for me of last year, I guess. The way they've released the game is very much more different than any other game because it's released in episodes. So there's 6 missions in total, and they're released about monthly or so. Alright. So this guy that's coming up, he'll come here, and then he'll tell us we're ready. Any second now, hopefully. There he goes.
Mr. Abiatti is here. Please walk through.
Will do. Now, the reason I conceal that weapon is because...
Anyone coming through here needs a quick pat-down, sir. Security measures.
This guy wants to feel us up.
Should just take a minute, no need to worry. We're the good guys, right?
Well, supposedly.
And you're good to go. Thanks a lot.
That is your target, Marco Abiatti.
I've been hearing a lot about you.
Good things, I hope.
Well, everything is relative, right? Now, I hear that you love our fair town as much as I do, and that makes me happy. We elite need to stick together, build a better world, wouldn't you say?
People talk too much. So, we gonna do this.
Whoa, slow down, amigo. I'm just here to talk. I apologize for the men outside, but I'm very high profile and need protection. We don't need to be enemies. We can become friends.
Keep talking.
You clearly are a man who knows how to cut through the crap. Don't let anyone in, you hear?
That's a Roger, sir.
Bravo, Mo. Let me speak frankly. That's what I do, and that is why the people love me. You have something that can put me in an awkward situation. An unnecessarily awkward situation. For you see, I'm only interested in what is best for this town. And that is money. Now, you can join me, or...
Holy shit.
Target down. Now head towards an exit.
That was much more brutal than I had anticipated. I actually didn't use that knife. Alright, so next bit's pretty easy. We've already hidden them away, so that's no real worries. And thankfully we don't also need to get frisked on the way down, so it definitely makes life much easier because we still got that knife on us. And it'll be a little while before the guards even realise what's up, so... I think probably Marco Abiatti is having the time of his life back in his offices, but little do they know, we are out of here. So which way am I going? I think, yeah, this way.
Hi, Salvatore.
It's been a while since I've played this map though. But all we need to do now, get to the exit. We're pretty much there, and that is it for the mission. Very simple, really. But of course, I'm going to have to check out some of these other options that we've got available to us. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode
Excellent
of
work, 47.
Hitman
The money has been wired to your account.
Landslide. Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to leave a like, and we'll be back, hopefully, with the next couple of episodes.